Okay, I hope this is recording here and you can hear me and everything. I made a quick test of using the FLTK or FLTK, as they pronounce it, FLTK GUI system. Pretty nice. I've just included a few items just to show here, but mainly this is showing the FLTK window working with the nuclear fusion window. I haven't got around to binding this to a GUI that will show in a FLTK window. That's coming soon. But just about everything here you see in this screen is alive and works and can be read by nuclear fusion. And to prove that, first I'm going to show that the key I push there and just makes it pop up this notice. The nuclear fusion window gets focus when it's clicked. The FLTK window can take focus when it's clicked there. It'll be interesting to see what happens when this is put in here. Hopefully it retains that focus like a widget would. Now, the buttons are all great. Most of them aren't linked to anything. Some of them are kind of neat in a couple different styles here. This is plastic dark. A light button actually just illuminates a little thing to tell you that, yeah, it's on, like an LED. Good old check buttons. They've got radio buttons and everything. Fully adjustable sliders. I've played around with the image and size of this one, and I bound its output to a value display. You can't edit a value display. Value that you can edit, like this one, you can edit just by directly typing or click with your mouse and then move your mouse left and right. It's very cool. You can set the bounds and you can set the precision by code, or you can set it inside Fluid. Now, there's radial dials, but if you notice it's fighting me here, it doesn't want to change to what I'm telling it to, because I've actually bound it to this. I can edit that by hand, or it's a normal spinner. You can click once or hold down. Now, it doesn't respond to the mouse move. It's only if you're pushing that little micro button. But you notice that it's also feeding, I've linked it to feed this dial up here. It's a standard text entry box. That's all fine. It's keyed just like a nuclear fusion's one would. If you hit enter, it goes to like an accept mode. It doesn't automatically move on. I've hooked these rollers to feed these spinners. And when you do that, you'll notice that the spinner is constantly being fed by the roller's current value. You can use a callback to make that a little more friendly, but for now, the roller, you just grab it. It's kind of like this widget, but without a numeric display. It's just a virtual shuttle roller. Like if you've ever done video recording on an older studio VCR or VTR where you actually move frame by frame, that's what these are like. In fact, I almost kind of recognize them. It makes me think I've seen an application that's used this type of scroller. I wouldn't be surprised if an app called AVI Demux actually uses this GUI. But anyhow, as you can see, you can rapidly change those values. Of course they work. And one of the things, thanks to Airham's recent fix, the float values displaying in these are working thanks to a little nugget of assembly he showed me. Now you can pump this in small steps or large steps. That's why that looks like that. That can be handy for step values or whatever. Some of the sliders. This is a neat little slider that automatically puts a value at the top. It's kind of cool. Who knows what you can use that for? There's different ones. Obviously, you want to go to the FLTK page. I'm using these widgets procedurally. I'm not actually using them in a grouped class. So for now, I'm just playing with them. It's so easy to put the options. I can hand type something, because that's an input option. There's a version of this that doesn't allow direct input. It stays gray here. You have to pick a selected option. The menus look very much the same too, so if I was to put a menu button here, like a right-click menu, it would look just the same as this, with little branches and sub-menus. I still haven't investigated that. Mainly, I just wanted to see these go, because obviously I want to use these for the next generation of P3D that should be coming soon. I'm working on building the core backbone, and now that I've got a GUI that has a GUI kit that has all the elements that I need to make it look better and more readable for you guys and myself to use, I think it'll be I think we got a winner here. The windows themselves are very simple. It's just a very small Nuclear Fusion window. Hopefully you're seeing the colors change as I edit those. These little dials are kind of fun. They can be sized. They can be made to look like a knob, or in this case actually like a little RPM gauge. There's a class in this that would actually allow you to wrap text around this, so you could actually have little increments like a speedometer or what have you, if you're going to make something for controlling something in a factory even. It's all possible with this GUI. There's hundreds of commands for controlling stuff, but normally you'd have to use your native system or OS's API, but they've abstracted it, so there's an abstracted set of file system commands, file browsers, and everything. So if you don't necessarily like what's built into Nuclear Fusion or whatever language you're in, if you're using this, makes it quite simple to do. So anyhow, my next objective today is going to be to see if I can understand Nuclear Fusion's tools for embedding this 3D window onto a widget inside an FLTK window, or FLTK, as they call it. Anyhow, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.